I'm going to create an intro for me too, but it's going to be the same as your intro. It's going to be like, Great White Betty. Wah, 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 wah. Ooh, I got a burp. Did the stream start?
Not yet.
Too bad. Oh, my glasses are.
All right, just chatting. Bam.
Just chatting. Bam.
Confirming and going live.
In 5, 4. Are we live already? 3.
We're live.
2. Counting down to nothing.
All right, let me unmute here. Bring up my notes. And here we go. All right, everybody, welcome to Thursdays Are for Family, a podcast with Monkii, me, and the Great White Betty. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Whoop, whoop.
So this is
Make direct eye contact.
This podcast, episode 1, is more or less finding our groove. This is a safe place for banter. If you guys want to jump in on any of the conversation, feel free to do so whenever you feel something reverberates with your soul. So, here we go. How's it going?
I see you're drinking coffee there, Michael.
Yeah.
What does that cup say?
It says, all I need is a little bit of coffee and a whole lot of Jesus. This is my street mug. You see it's starting to fade out. This is a year old.
Say your street mug?
Yep. I take this on the streets.
You have designated mugs?
When I drink it, I'll point at people and I'll be like, Jesus.
It's not for road pops. It's for street mugs.
That's right.
Do you ever consider mugging people while carrying your street mug?
I would never, especially with my Jesus mug. Come on now.
I think a mugging could have several different meanings though. It could just be like, I'm gonna go mug my boss, and you just put mugs all over their office.
Do you remember when we did that drive-by couching? This is a random thought, but I don't remember what the context was or where were we?
Like we dropped a couch somewhere?
Yeah, you don't remember that? I was like, hey, I need your help moving this couch out. We loaded it up in my truck, and we took it. It was a fucked up couch. We took it to maybe the Goodwill or something, and I was like, what do we do? I was like, they're not going to want to accept
we
this.
Jumped it in the back.
So we just drove up real fast and grabbed it and threw it out right next to their delivery dumpster.
In the back by their delivery door. And some chick came out as we were like pulling away, and we were like, yep, she definitely saw that was us.
It'd be like that sometime. The man 13 says, hi, maybe. Liz. I just want to let you know now that this is not a child appropriate podcast. I'm sure this is going to go places.
Oh yeah, I got a potty mouth. I'm just throwing that out there. Who said hi, Liz?
The man 13. The man's 13. I think
Who
that's
is that?
Austin, maybe. Or not Austin.
I'm like, why do they know my name? We haven't even said it yet, you weirdo.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Title down in the bottom left, the Great White Betty is what it is.
That's right. Gamer tag only. Where were we? Random couch dumps. Oh yeah, you know what's weird? Like I've never since then probably. I guess can't say never because I don't really remember. I hardly remembered that story. I've done some furniture dumps, but it's usually like, oh hey, I hope Jessica never watches this. Hey, can we keep our couch in your garage? Yeah, we're gonna give it away to somebody eventually, and then we just never take it back.
It is yours now, fool. So is that tall Jess or is that little Jess? Is that
tall
country
Jess?
Tall Jess. I gotcha.
That's so funny because little Jess calls tall Jess Big Jess, and she's like, "Why did we decide Big Jess is okay?"
Oh, no. Yeah, I imagine being a woman that probably doesn't fly, huh?
Right. She's like, I just mean because you're substantially taller than I am.
In reference to little Jess, funny. The other Jess is quite the big Jess, you know?
Yeah, one's like 5'1" and the other one's like 6'1". So it's a solid difference there.
Maybe like 3 days ago we did a test stream, and between 3 days, was there anything that happened that you want to share with the family?
Oh, I'm pretty boring right now. You know, I got the Rona and I'm pregnant. I can't do anything fun even while I have the Rona.
Oh, thanks, baby. Is that something you want to share?
Hmm.
Okay, because we're live right now.
I've watched a lot of television. I've done some work for work, and I've done a lot of CEUs because I'm a procrastinator. My license is to be renewed in like 2 days, and I'm just catching up on all that now. It's been a
So
rough year.
that's actually a good segue because I started watching a new series called. Do you have Amazon? You have Amazon Prime, right? Well, you
Yeah, I
don't
do.
have internet. I mean,
Who
it's crazy
doesn't?
that you would have Amazon Prime but no internet. That
I
doesn't make
use a
sense.
mobile hotspot. We just moved into this
Are
house
you
that we just bought.
Amish? When did you move in? When was your move-in date?
November. I don't know, mid-November. No, it was the end of November because we had to pay November's rent still at our last place.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago. All I'm saying is plenty of time for you to get a hotspot. The fact that you don't means that
Excuse
you're
me.
slipping.
There was life involved.
That's how babies get made. You don't have internet. You hear that? Viewers and future viewers, it is important that you have the internet because if you don't, babies everywhere.
I'm pretty sure actually this baby was made at my in-laws' house.
Oh no. Rude.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's talk
Father's Day
about
weekend.
rude procreation. How many months are
Hey,
you?
we have our own room there.
How mu-
7.
7. Let's see what 7 months look like. Show it. Show it to the camera.
Oh,
Side pan. Let's get a slow side pan.
oh wait, hon.
Ooh.
Oh, slower.
She's not even pregnant. She's just fat. That is a
That's
case of
funny. What's going on
onset
with you? Let's show
diabetes.
us yours. Show us yours.
Oh wait. No. So this is what I was talking about again. Amazon Prime. I started watching the show called The Boys. Have you heard of it?
Is that with the superheroes?
Yeah, with the superheroes. Have you
Where they're
watched
like
it?
assholes?
Yeah.
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
Dude, so
Two,
tell
three.
me, what did you feel? So there's two TV series episodes moments. You could follow along with that. That had such an impact on me. I was dumbstruck and kerfluffled. Is that a word? Kerfluffled?
Kerfuffled?
Confounded?
Kerfuffled?
Is it kerfuffled a word? Is there a
I
definition
don't,
of that?
is it
Kerfuffled?
kerfluffled? It's
Don't touch
definitely
your
one of
phone.
those. Is
Don't touch your phone.
definitely
Whatever you do, don't touch your phone. You
one
touch
of
the
those
phone, we
is
lose it.
definitely a word. Yeah, yeah. If I touch my phone,
Back to what those moments are. Moment number one.
it's kerfuffle. I was right.
What does that mean?
A commotion or fuss, especially one caused by conflicting views. Were you
Yes.
conflicted,
So
Michael?
my instincts were right in knowing that that was the word because the first one was Game of Thrones when the Viper gets his head squeezed to explosion by the mountain. You ever watch that?
No.
Oh my God. He grabs him and he said, "Yes, I murdered your children and I raped your sister." And he said, "And now this is what I'm going to do." He punched him so hard in the mouth, he spits all of his teeth out. Then he grabs him and he squeezes his head and the top pops off like toothpaste bottle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd imagine if you're strong enough to punch all of somebody's teeth out,
One
you can
punch.
squeeze their
Just like
brains
that.
out.
It was a
Isn't
3-inch punch
that
too.
that's like an anime series, One Punch Man
An Animite
or something?
series? What is that?
Yeah,
Was that
yeah,
stroke number one
I had.
on live stream? That's gonna happen quite
It's
a bit.
funny
Stroke number one.
because that's funny because strokes are totally my go-to thing. I'll like say something at work and something will happen, or my brain will hurt, and I'll be like, it's happening. I'm having a stroke.
You just push half your face back up. What was I saying? So anyways, yeah, that was episode number, or that was the first thing that fucked me up. Second thing was Good Boys, episode 1, where they're talking about moving in together. He's holding their hands. And then
Oh,
like
it is super
there's
messed
a
up.
super slow
That's the
motion,
intro
an
to the series.
explosion, and I'm like, what is happening right now? And then like as it pans, you see that it's actually just a mass amount of blood because the Flash essentially runs so fast into this lady, she explodes, and all that's left is the hands that he was holding of his girlfriend. And I was just
Yeah, they're
like,
like, I love you so much. I want to spend the rest of my life with.
boom, and it just slaps him.
And then it's just like, what happened? She's gone.
Dude.
Oh, she literally exploded in my hands.
That mucked me up a good one. I was just like, what in the world is this TV series? Stephanie was like, can we turn this off? I don't want to. This is too dark. It's too dark. And I was like, listen, close your ears, close
It
your
only
eyes.
gets worse. It
And it
only gets
only
worse.
got worse. And then that fast
That's the
dude,
intro.
what's his name? A Train. He laughed about it. He's like, I ran through this bitch so fast that I swallowed a tooth like a bug. And I was like, what in the world, man? What got me
I'm
into it?
sad because the laugh that you were making fun of kind of sounded like the actual laugh I just
My fake laugh sounds like your real laugh. That's
yeah, you're like,
unfortunate.
oh, it's
Have you ever had?
hilarious. Gosh,
Now that we're on this trend, though, so I was having a hot discussion with one of my buddies, and he said something that I seen red.
hot discussion.
It was a hot take about a discussion about a movie that his point of view on it infuriated me to the point where if I would have seen him in person, I would have kung fu chopped him right in his throat.
Oh, I feel the same exact way when somebody's like, Golden Girls is overrated. And I'm like,
Ooh.
I'll murder you.
He said, and I'm interested to hear what your thoughts on this are. He said that Starship Troopers is a shit movie. He said it's such a shit movie that him and his wife watched it. He showed it to his wife just so they could laugh about how shitty it was. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, this movie
It's phenomenal.
is a cult classic. Like, people
A
love
classic.
it. A cult classic. Nope, he
I don't
went
know
on
about
to
the
tell me that
second
I was
one.
crazy. He said that. Yeah, the second one was garbage, and
Yeah, I'll give him that.
the third one was shit fire. But we're talking about the very
I didn't even
first
know there was
movie.
a third one because the second one was so
Yeah,
garbage.
they only get progressively worse. But let me tell you something. Casper, the lead dude from the first Starship Troopers, is a beautiful
Yeah.
man. Their acting skills on point. Everything about that movie fantastic. The booby scenes.
When he's all covered in bug
Thank
blood
you.
after the first scene, and it's like orange and green, and it's like, that's iconic.
I'm glad that you thought so, because when he said that, I
Yeah.
was like, listen, man, what I want to do is just punch you in your face until you can't see straight. That's what I want.
Yeah. NPH was in that movie.
All right. So now that we've said that, is there a movie that you think is hot garbage?
Ooh, I think a lot of movies probably that people
Yeah, but
like are
what
hot
immediately
garbage.
comes? This is a fun game. What immediately comes to mind? You think of a movie that is just the worst movie that people would probably love.
A
Mine.
movie
I'll go first. Idiocracy. Have you seen it? There's a lot of big actors in that
I
movie.
did.
I
I
wanted to
did.
to fucking shoot myself in the forehead.
Can
That's a
I go
little
the other
harsh.
way with
And
this?
I just wanted to turn it off. Actually, let's just
Like
rewind a
like
little bit. Didn't want to commit. No. I just wanted to turn it off.
I'm not a huge fan of Will Ferrell.
What are you saying right now?
I mean, like Step Brothers is good.
What are you even saying right now?
That's about.
All right, what movie? Be specific. Because how
I
many
am
good movies is he in? He's in Elf, Step Brothers, Anchorman. Anchorman 2 wasn't that
Oh,
really that good.
I think
Talladega Nights.
Anchorman's kind of booty.
Oh my! I don't
It's
know if I.
Anchorman. You're right. It's Anchorman. I don't
No,
think Will Ferrell's that
that
funny.
movie is
You're right, it's
fantastic. I could
Okay,
probably hit
there are
every
some
line
quote.
from it.
I'll quote some things from it. Like you can never like not love the Panther quote. It's
There
like
is not a
works every
single.
time, 90% of the time.
There's not a single conversation that happens in the world that does not quote the Anchorman at least one time. Not a single one.
Brick killed a guy. Okay,
That's it. It's such a good
okay.
movie.
So one time I was at a conference for work, and they were probably at least pushing like 130 other people in this room,
All right,
and
so
they
set
did
the
this.
scene real quick because this isn't like a typical job where everybody's lax. This is probably like
Yeah,
business
no, this is very
suits. Everybody's
professional. Like
very
it's a
professional.
healthcare setting. But we were at Kalahari. We had one of their big conference rooms. So that's in Sandusky, Ohio. It's a big water park, but they have these conference centers. Um, so we were in one of their conference rooms. Everybody's traveled in from different parts of the state, different parts of the country, actually, New
Jesus.
York. So they did this icebreaker, and they're like, everybody grab some toilet paper. Like they just handed out rolls of toilet paper, and it was like everybody take squares of toilet paper. So me being the person I am, I got to do everything with excessive amounts of energy and exuberance, and so I had
Just the
as
thought
much
of it
toilet
made you
paper.
breathe so heavy.
Yeah, so I that's the Rona. And so I took it out and I took my whole arm span worth of toilet paper, which was like, I don't know, 20 sheets or something like that. And then they go all around the room and they're like, all right, so for as many squares as you grabbed, you have to share a fact about yourself.
Oh my god.
And they went around the entire room with like 130 people. So they get to me, and I'm like 5 things in. I'm like, I can play the accordion a little bit.
Can
I
you
play the
really?
clarinet. Yeah. Grandpa taught me how to play. I can play "You Are My Sunshine" on the accordion. So
That's
yeah,
super
look at that.
Mexican of you.
I have a whole separate life that you don't even know about.
I don't even know about it.
And right. And I was like, the first time I ever drove a car, I didn't have my license, and I drove past the cop, and I was freaking out. I'm naming these random facts. I'm like fact number 5, and I run out of facts, and I'm like, I like birds. and somebody at my table was like, "You like trees?" And I was like, I like trees."
You think I like trees though? I fucking love lamp.
Right. And my director of nursing's like, "You sound like Anchorman." And she's like sitting at this table, and I was like, "I love lamp." And I just sat down. I'm on like maybe fact number 8 or 10 out of
Oh
23.
my god! In a
Like,
room full of hundreds of people, I love
yeah.
birds and trees, and I love lamp. Thank you.
Yeah, it got real weird.
This is a nurse administrator signing off. Thank you. People are like, damn, is she somebody's
Right.
boss? That's insane. Grendel Prime says, hi, hey monkey, what's up, Grendel? You have tuned in to what is the first episode of a new podcast that we're starting. It's called Thursday is for Family, and what we're doing here is we're actually ahead of schedule, just trying to like pile up on videos so that we can post them up on YouTube and whatnot, do some edits and some cuts. So we're just here kind of talking nonsense and doing the usual banter that we would do as the great white Betty and the monkey would do. So
But so off the story that I was just telling about loving lamp, I think I know a man that truly loved a lamp once.
all right, so what she's referring to is I had a conversation with my sister the other day, and I said, you know what? I might be
We've got rules
retarded.
here. Don't say the word.
Oh, I might be R-worded. I was like, listen, I might be R-worded, all right? And I was like, I want to explain to you why, though, because it's not my fault. We grew up in a house that had paint, but it had lead-based paint. And I used to eat those lead-based paint chips, and they were delicious. And I had no shame about that until somebody would come around and had a chip, flip it when nobody was looking. But we had a lamp that was a lead-based lamp. My mom used to say, guys, don't touch the lamp. Whatever you do, don't touch the lamp. And I'll tell you
That's
what.
not what our mom sounds like. If
When,
anything, she
listen,
sounds
when
similar to
she
me.
was not looking, I would touch that lamp. I would effing touch that lamp all the time. Listen, I would lick
If you
the
touch
lamp.
the lamp, if you touch the lamp, she'd be like, "Go wash your hands. Go wash your hands."
I would
She loved that lamp.
I would
You loved the
fucking
lamp more.
lick the lamp. I would sleep with that lamp. So there's a chance that I might have lead-based R-wordism. Moving on.
Yeah, you guys will find out. We have some rules to this podcast. That's one of the words we can't say, and you'll
Trying
figure
to
out what
stay
the
away
other
from the
words are.
super hot words. All right, we're gonna stay away from the big words. No big words here. I'm going to launch a YouTube
Yeah,
channel in a few months too. Grendel Prime says, "Awesome, man. Make sure that when you do, I'm curious about what it's gonna be about, but I would love to have you on the podcast. And we use Zoom to podcast. We can always put a bunch of people in here. You know, if you're down to do that, we would like to hear some life stories. I know that you traveled abroad as well. I think you were in Germany, right? And people would love to hear about that. Moving on to the next thing. So you took some notes on some stories that you want.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh God, which one should I start with? Choose like a part of my life, and I'll choose a story from it
Just
because
whatever.
I took several notes here.
Whatever you took. The first note that you have. Let's go from there.
The absolute first note says, "Memo to self: Nurse's aide thought areolas were called Oreos."
So let's talk about that. Is this a representative of the staff that you have, the nursing staff that you have?
No. Not now, not now. This was quite a while ago.
That was the last thing she said before she got kicked.
Yeah, before she got transferred to a different department.
She had some really big Oreos, and you're like,
I don't even remember how that story got started, but she might have been like, "Oh, my Oreos hurt," and I was like, "Yeah, that's weird." And then I was like, "Did you say your Oreos?" And she was like, "Yeah, my nipples, my Oreos hurt." And I was
You're
like,
use it in
"You
a
mean
sentence, please?"
Yes, yeah. And I was like, "You mean your areolas?" And she was like, "Oh my God, I always thought it was so weird that they named cookies after nipples."
Oh my god, dude! Who goes through
I
their
was like,
life
"You
with that?
think that you're going around she's going around thinking that she's eating nipple named cookies."
Well, that's
I
what's
was like,
up.
you really think that somebody out there in the world was like, the cream-filled chocolate cookie, I'm gonna name it after some nipples.
Well, let me tell you something.
Although
I
actually,
would
it's almost a
partake.
fitting name. A cream-filled chocolate, a
I would
cream-filled
not, I
chocolate
would not
cookie.
deter. That would not deter me. I would eat that cookie in a heartbeat. All right, so
Yeah, I actually, my friends and I used to go through the store and we'd find the snack foods that had like really weird names. And we'd put them all together, like poppycock and nippers. And,
do you
like,
have these written down? You created your own dictionary?
no, those were actual snacks, and
Oh,
we would go through and we'd put them on the same shelves, and so it was like nippers, poppycock.
wait, what's a poppycock?
It's like fiddle faddle,
What's fiddle
like
faddle?
some caramely nutty popcorn.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. What was that? They have another one like that though, right? It's like something Jacks. Is that right? Cracker Jack? Cracker
Cracker
Jack.
Jack.
Yeah, it comes with little toys.
Take me out. No, it comes with these weird little like comic strips. Sometimes it's a toy, I guess, but it's like a piece of paper.
Oh. So the other day, I experienced something that I think set the tone for the day. It was I work for a delivery service, and the very first place that I went to just it fucked me up. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It fucked me up. So I delivered to this place that's like an assisted living, right? And it's like three stories. So I walk in. I don't have too much going on here. Just got a few things on the second floor. So I go to hit the elevator, and this older black lady comes out, and I see her all the time. She always asks me the same question. Hey, honey, you
Like,
got
it's like,
something? You got something for the basement? And I'm like, not sweetheart, not today, you know.
oh,
Like,
so this is
oh,
like a
okay.
staff member.
No. This is a person that lives there because it's like a
Oh,
bunch of
it's a
apartments.
resident.
It's almost like an apartment
Okay.
complex, but yeah,
Yeah.
a bunch of residents. So she asked me, "Hey, honey, you got anything for the basement?" And I was like, "No, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I only got stuff for the second floor." She's like, "Okay." So she leaves, and I walk into the elevator right after her, and I turn around, and immediately it smells like bologna and spam a little bit.
Ooh,
Yeah, it was thick and musky.
I don't like it.
It
Stop
smelled like a
describing it.
foreign sausage, right? And I'm wearing a mask at this point, and I was like, "Thank God I'm wearing a mask because I know this is a stronger scent."
No,
And
it's probably it's like in your mask and it's just trapped up
it's
against your
sifting up.
nose.
So I
Yeah.
ding to the second floor and I'm basking in this and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna fucking throw up. This is how I'm starting my
Somebody
day. Are
probably
you
got
kidding
on
me?
after you got off and thought you farted.
No, dude, check this out. So I had to like go to a place, right? Where I was just like, I mean, this could be like a 2-star hotel bed and breakfast, you know? So I like went there for a second. It was like, I'm in a hotel. This is breakfast sausage.
Ew.
Then I walk out, I deliver my packages, and I walk back. I take my time, you know? And this is 2 elevators. So I was like, all right, here we are. They're both closed. I was like, we're flipping a coin. I was like, come on, fate. Hook a brother up. Hit the button, and without pause, bing, same elevator opens. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me, man. I had to take that ride of shame down. I got double crop dusted. And that was the very first thing I did in my morning. I was like, So your morning activities set the tone for your day. Well, that did because I'm whooping buns, right? So this is all in one day. I'm whooping buns. And I think maybe part of this might be that I inhaled, digested this crop dusting, and
Disgust.
it did not sit right with me, you know? Because around, let's say that happened around 8, and I want to say around 9:45, I'm delivering en route to a place that's like a few miles out from my house. So pretty close, you know? But it like hits me, that like sinking pooling sensation from your gut, you know? And I start to get a little sweaty, and I was like, what's happening
The
right
power
now?
of suggestion.
I
You're
was like,
shitting your pants.
I was like, what is happening right now? You know? So I deliver and then cramps. Then I'm like, I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna shit. So I thought, you know what? We're just gonna clutch. We can make it. You know, I'm just gonna hold out for a couple hours. I can finish the day. No, it
You should
exacerbates
never hold it.
and it starts
Never,
to
ever
snow
hold
roll.
it.
Dude. It snowballs to like times 10 within like 3 minutes to the point where my butthole is contracting, and I'm like, this is gonna happen. I'm faced with a choice, people.
Too descriptive.
Either
Too descriptive.
I'm gonna shit my pants at work in my uniform, or I'm gonna have to pull off to the side of the street. And people are gonna see this delivery guy poop right in front of their house. Well, I took the third option, which was to break laws, and I drove a literal 80 miles per hour in 35s to get to my house. I run in, and the dog's out, so I'm like, oh, Stephanie's awake. And I was like, Stephanie! And she's like, what? And I was like, I gotta shit. And she was sleeping. I actually woke her up because I thought she was in the bathroom, maybe taking a shower or something. Man, that cleaned the pipes. I don't know what happened or why that happened, but
It's all that sausage shit, beef stew you ate.
it was like that.
uh, that's funny. Yeah, no, you should never hold it. And I think that that story would probably be I'd probably be a little more empathetic if I didn't know that you've shit your pants before on several occasions. Like,
All right, so I mentioned this in passing. All right, listen, we're all adults here, and if you haven't shit your pants, or you're telling me you haven't shit
I've
your
not shit.
pants,
I have not shit my
you
pants.
are a liar.
I have not shit my pants.
You never sharted?
No,
You're gonna sit there
I
on
don't
your
think I've
high
ever.
horse and tell me
Yes,
that not one time have you ever pushed a fart that was more than a fart.
I don't think I've ever been like, I'm gonna fart. There's a chance it could be a poop. I'm gonna fart anyways. Like if there's a chance it could be a poop, I'm going to the
Well,
bathroom.
that's not how it happens, though. It's that you test, you take a
No, you
chance.
just don't
Listen,
push those limits. You
that's
just
really what
don't
it comes down to. Is if you haven't shit your pants, you're not taking enough chances in life, people.
I feel like I've probably risked some things, and shitting my pants isn't one of them. I've got a story similar, and I feel worse about it for me because I know that I've never shit my pants before, and it's just something that I would have to come to reality with
He's
and
only
just
saying this
grasp
because he's
that.
on camera right now.
No, I've never. I say this off camera too. I've never shit my pants. I have almost made the decision
This is how you wake
to.
up. This is like something you say in the mirror, like you're gonna do good today, and you've never shit your pants.
Yeah, it's one of the things that's written on my mirror. It's like a positive thing I tell myself every
Affirmation,
morning.
the
Yeah, yeah,
affirmations.
yeah. You've never shit your pants, and you never will. That's
Yeah.
so. Because used to be pretty involved in the church, and I was at a mentor meeting at a cafe. And so I had some coffee. Now I order my coffee with soy because I don't want to poop my pants at work.
Is that a
And
thing? Wait, so what is it that gets you? Are you like lactose
I
intolerant?
think I might have a slight lactose intolerance, like the majority of people in our family.
Hold on, I gotta say this. I don't know at what point it happened. I think this is when I went vegan and I came back from being vegan, where milk had such an adverse reaction on me. But like, dude,
Yes.
I get so gassy and it smells so bad that if
No,
Stephanie catches me trying
it's
to drink milk,
genetic.
she has ran across the room screaming, "No!" Bam, and
Yes.
slapped milk right out of my hand.
Well, anyways, so after that meeting, I had to go to another meeting for I was in a co-ed fraternity, and so I had to go to this Greek organization meeting. It was at somebody's apartment, but I do not like to go to the bathroom anywhere besides my house. I
Understandable.
sure don't like to poop anywhere uh,
Wait, so is
outside of
this
my
like
house.
a solid rule or is there flexibility to this?
There's a flexibility. Like if you're gonna shit your pants, you're gonna go to the bathroom
Gotta go,
somewhere
you gotta
else.
go to the bathroom.
So this is where I played. I played that same deck of cards that you did, and I was like sitting at this meeting, and I'm kind of like almost getting the sweats because my stomach's cramping so bad.
That's a
And
face
then
you made. They're talking about super important stuff, and you're just like, let's wrap
I
it up,
probably was
guys.
more like this. And I'm like waiting for this meeting to end. And then it goes away. And
Is
I'm
that you
like,
thinking
oh,
about it right there?
yeah. Well, I had several jobs at this point, and so I was bartending as well. So I had to go to the bar or to the bank and make a deposit for my cash tips. And so I'm like, oh, the feeling went away. I'm going to go to the bank. I'll be okay. And this is back when I used to drive my truck, which was just like this like 93 Sierra, just a single cabin, um, bench seat, nothing fancy, nothing big, nowhere to hide in the truck. It's all windows. And so I'm driving downtown. It's like a 20-minute drive, and I get to downtown, and I've got I go to a credit union. They don't have like a public bathroom there. You have to go talk to the teller and be like, hey, I really have to go to the bathroom. And then the bathroom that you would use is like right next to their offices. And so I'm like, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it to the bank. And like, even so, I don't want to go to the bathroom at the bank. Like, that's horrible. I'll be practically shitting in somebody's office. And so I'm wearing white shorts, like
Oh
white
no.
booty shorts. And
Booty shorts, you're better than that. Get it together.
I was in college. It's a different me. And so I'm like getting the sweats, and it's gotten to the point where I'm literally sweating, and I'm thinking to myself, I might throw up. Like it's gonna come up the
Ooh.
other way. Like I'm either gonna throw up or I'm gonna shit my pants. And then I'm talking to myself. I can hear my voice in my mind. It was like just so loud. We were just having an argument in there, and it was like, you would rather be a registered sex offender than shit your pants. Like you don't want to be somebody that's shit their pants. You're
Nope.
gonna pull off in an alley and
I'll shit
you're
my
gonna
pants.
park your car. You're gonna try to park the truck sideways and shit behind the tire. And if the cops see you and they come for you, you're just gonna be shitting and be like, I had to go. Hope for the best. And if you have to explain yourself as a registered sex offender because you would rather be that than shit your pants, that is what it is.
Oh, I would shit the
So
pants.
I'm blowing up my sister-in-law, and I'm calling and calling and calling. They're not answering because they don't live too far from downtown. And I'm like, well, shit, I could try to make it over there, but if they don't answer, I'm gonna have to shit in their front yard. Well, long story short, the feeling went away for a minute. I made it to the east side, kind of hood McDonald's. Walked
Ooh.
in nice and calm as I could. I was probably actually sweating profusely and looked weird. Went to the bathroom, blew it up.
I mean, that's the place to do it. I mean, that's probably where it happens all the time. Listen, if you guys have
And
stories
then
that
I
you want
tried
to
to like
share,
hustle out of there without people knowing that I was like shamefully escaping the bathroom. But yeah, it's like things like that. That's how I've avoided shitting my pants. It's
hey, you
because
do what you got to do.
I have
Listen,
made that decision. I would rather get caught by the cops shitting outside.
that's little
Shit
grandpa
my
DNA right
pants.
there.
That's right. He would poop anywhere.
You would poop anywhere. And if you guys have stories that you would like to share, but anonymously, bam, you can go ahead and email that link right there.
Don't even have to be anonymous. Just share it with us, guys.
I mean,
Put it in those
whatever.
comments.
You know, if you have
Yeah,
it,
I
you can
just
comment
I
it,
just
but
poured out my heart and soul and bowels.
Bows.
Yeah, that's just one of my stories.
So
I
tell me some
remember
more of your stories. So
there
when
was
you're in college, you
there was
probably had
another
some pretty
time,
crazy
and I
experiences, right?
like never like I just like never wanted to admit to my husband before he was my husband. I guess I don't know when he was my boyfriend that there were times that would occur when I'd just be like, I'm gonna shit my pants. So one time we were driving, and I called my sister. I don't even remember. I think I owed her like $10, but she was being annoying and she was just like, oh my gosh, you owe me $10. So finally, I'm like, all right, come to pay you $10, blah, blah, blah. And I'm calling her. She's not answering the phone. And we're driving. And all of a sudden, I just gotta go. I'm like about to shit my pants. And I call her. She finally answers. And I'm like, hey, I'm coming to your house. I'm gonna drop off this money. Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, I'm not home. I'm making Christmas cookies. And I was like, I got mad at her because I had to shit so bad. I was like, you're so fucking stupid. You've been asking me for this money nonstop. I'm finally on my way to your house. I'm about to shit my pants. No, I didn't even say that part because my husband was in the car. And I was like, whatever, dude. So then we're driving. Unsuspecting husband is sitting in the passenger seat with our dog standing up in between us. Uh, and I'm like, I have got a shit. So I'm just gunning it. He thinks I'm mad at my sister and just being road ragey. And I fucking whip the car into a gas station parking lot so hard that him and the dog fall over. And he's like, what the fuck? And I said, I'm about to shit my pants.
What
And
a
I run in
woman
the
thing to do. Why would you just say that from the beginning?
I know. And I run into the gas station and they're like, we don't have bathrooms.
Oh no.
So then I have to come out to the car and he's like, what's going on? And I was like, they don't have fucking bathrooms, dude. I'm about to shit my pants. Like, I'm about to shit my pants. Like, I'm sweating. I'm about to poop my pants. And he was like, oh my God, like, do we need to pull over somewhere? And I was like, we're gonna drive down that alley and I'm gonna shit in that alley.
No, did
Are
you?
there napkins in the glove box? And so he was like, yeah, there's napkins. And I was like, well, somebody's yard is just gonna get it because I'm gonna poop in the alley.
Oh,
And so
oh my
I actually
god.
pull into the alley, start stopping my car, and then I was like, the feeling went away. And then I gun it to another gas
No.
station.
Damn it.
I gun it to another gas station and I made it there.
I was rooting for the alley. That would have been the
I
best.
bet. Yeah, I've never had to public poop yet, but
I've also
there
never
have
had
been
a
some
public
close
poop.
calls.
I questioned a couple of my buddies because I was like, listen, be honest, like I need to know this. We're at this point now in our friendship where you can't lie to me about this, but have you ever pooped your pants? And both admitted, no poop in the pants, but definitely pooped in public. Apparently, this is a common thing.
When I was in college, there used to be this. We never really found out who the culprit was, but we used to call him the party pooper, and I
You
don't
go to
remember
the
his name.
party and you
But
poop at the
yeah,
party and you let
yeah.
the people just know it's this.
How do you know you poop at the party? You poop with the door open. So like, we had these friends that would always throw this, like these huge house parties, and all of a sudden one month somebody just started shitting in their bathtub.
Oh my god. Like,
or in the sink. Like they would just like poop in places you shouldn't poop in. And
wait,
and
this
then
is
somebody would find it.
like a repetitive thing.
This was like a recurring issue
Oh
at
man,
parties was somebody was just pooping in places in the house.
repeat offender.
And yeah, repeat offender, and he was getting away with it. And I remember one time my friend and I were there, and we were just drinking. We were talking to these random people by the pong table, and this guy's like, "Yeah, I just like it's like a guilty pleasure. I just like to poop in random places." And we
What?
were like, "Oh my god, like you're the infamous party pooper!"
That's
Like,
horrible. I would whoop somebody's ass.
I have
There's
no
few
idea who
things
that
that I would
was.
assault somebody for, but that's got to be one of them right there.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
is interesting to say the least.
Well, we definitely went down a shitty path there. So let's try and stray off the path. Let's talk about your college and about these parties. You got any crazy party stories?
Crazy party stories.
I mean, you were partying with people that would poop in sinks and in bathtubs. I mean, that is just some scum of the earth, just activities right there. I imagine there's probably been some things that have happened, right?
Yeah. There are just some parts of me I needed to preserve.
All right. Well, you don't have to
I
preserve
can't
them all. Just
share them with the world.
what do you got?
Uh, this is just a personal embarrassment. One time I was walking out of the party at this house party, and I was wearing my Uggs, which, if any of you guys or girls wear Uggs, you know that they have no traction whatsoever if you step on the ice. And it's just a
Er,
personal problem of mine that I cannot stay upright on a slippery surface. And so I stepped out of the doorway. We were getting ready to leave the party, and I stepped out and immediately slipped on some ice, and there were guys on either side. And I fell, and I caught myself on this guy's belt and this guy's wiener. And
what?
I said, and then my friends like got me up and we were like, I said, "Oh my god, I grabbed his wiener." and, then,
You admitted that?
and
That's horrible.
I yelled it out loud. And I was like running away, and my friend were like, "You said wiener," and the guy was like, "You didn't even buy me dinner."
Yeah, you probably should have bought him dinner. That was rude.
Yeah, well, youths.
Youths. Those street youths always be falling over and just grabbing people's wieners for no reason. Or finding reasons
Yeah,
to.
I
Like,
I took you to a couple college parties before. I remember it was like signature for you to do a handstand and wall twerk.
Walter, that happened one time. Listen, I got drunk and I challenged everybody to a dance off and nobody wanted to partake. So I was like, listen, I'll get up there and I'll shake my ass and you guys got to do something, you know?
I know it's happened more than once because our brother also brought it up not too long ago, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
weird.
Well, that was at my
I've
wedding.
taken him to a party where he has wall twerked
That was at
before.
my wedding. I put on a show for everybody. I was like, listen, you guys didn't drive
I don't
across
remember that.
country. Yeah, I think you might have walked out. I don't know. Well, you didn't drive cross country for nothing. I got you. Check this out. And I shook my J-Lo.
That's its name.
Yeah, that's what I call it, man.
That's
J-Lo.
not even a twerk reference. It's just the name of his butt.
So let's go back to some of your books. What else do you got?
I think we need to tell your stories. I just shared some deep, deep poop stories.
That was essentially the only notes that I took. Geez, if I look back on parties, I mean, there's been some. One time when I was living in Maumee, right next to the bar, one time I came home so drunk that I go to lay down and then I got to throw up, but like the room's spinning, so I get up and it's like I tumble all. I imagine they heard it. It probably sounded like I was getting into a fight in my bedroom because I'm falling into everything and knocking everything all over the place. I just managed to open the door, throw up on the porch. I mean, that's more or less just a repetitive thing that happens. You have a bit of a lag on your cams. Like it's fragmented. That is that from my cam? Both cams in general? Uh-oh. I wonder what's going on there.
Your cam just adjusted. I saw that. It could be mine though. I haven't been touching my phone, I swear.
Well, no, if he's saying cams, then
Because your camera's definitely doing something where it's like automatically adjusting.
no, it's not an adjustment issue. It's that he's seeing it kind of doing what your camera was doing earlier. I wonder if no, that's got to be stream software.
Maybe it's Zoom. Maybe we're gonna have to switch to Discord or something.
I don't know. We'll try and damn. Now I'm seeing it. It's coming in pretty bad.
I don't see it.
Where do we at right
Mine looks
now?
fine.
40 minutes. I mean, we only got 20 minutes more of this, and then we can At least we'll get the recording. We'll get that on YouTube. As far as the stream goes, it looks like on my end everything's coming through. But the stream looks pretty shabby. Let me try and refresh. You can keep talking.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Gosh.
the
So,
stream is coming super fragmented. What the fuck, Sunji? Why is this happening?
that's weird. That is weird. I don't know anything about computers really, so when he starts talking computer jargon, I'm like, oh, let me just sit here quietly.
No, you don't have to do that.
You didn't really tell any stories about actually pooping your pants either. I believe that's how that got started, because one of my notes was Mimo self Michael shits.
This is a first podcast. We're trying to get recurring viewers here. We don't need to tell that story. Listen, you guys can wait at least like 30 in. 30 in, you'll get that story.
We call it the oopsie poopsie.
The oopsie poopsie. It was definitely an oopsie poopsie, that's for sure.
That's funny. Well, we're gonna have segments too, right? Do we want to like try to view one of our segments right now?
Yeah, what did we?
I got a little setup over here.
Yeah, let's see it.
All right. So one of our segments is just going to be choosing random Cards Against Humanity cards and trying to tell a story based off of that.
Yeah, and the reason this occurred is because we were pulling cards and playing again, and Liz kept coming up with stories for everything, and there were some pretty ridiculous cards I just wish she didn't have a story for, but does.
This one's pretty lame, but I bet we could probably come up with some stories. Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. I love them. Eat them all the time. This is another thing. I'm lactose intolerant, also hot dog intolerant. Those will fuck me up. I don't know why.
That was a pretty lame card. I also
what the fuck?
I also love hot dogs. I love hot dogs so much. Specifically, I like hot dogs from like a high school concession stand. I don't know. There's something about the way they steam them or something. They're just delicious. And I used to be a thrower. I threw shot put and discus and ran distance. And we had a hot dog eating contest once, and I won because I ate like 13 hot dogs. And so actually, as an activity, I was an activities director in like an assisted living facility once. And we had a spirit week, and one of the things was hot dog eating contest, and I was like, oh, I got this down because I won a hot dog eating contest once. But I was like probably like the fattest person on the team because I was
would
the
legit.
girl thrower.
I think that I would probably make it the stretch in a hot dog eating contest because I will gobble up some hot dogs, dude. I love.
No, you know what
so
ruined me? I definitely lost. Everybody, the whole crowd's watching. There's like the residents, their families, staff members, and they're like, "Dip it in water, dip it in water."
No.
And so I'm like, "All right," because I'm a crowd pleaser, and I dip my hot dog in the water, and I try to eat it, and the bun. Oh, I'm just thinking about it. It was so soggy.
It just dissolved in your mouth. That's so gross.
Yeah, it was so soggy. It was like.
That's caca.
And after that, I couldn't really eat any more hot dogs. That hot dog bun ruined me.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Listen, just alone, I could eat probably 2 packs of hot dogs, and I could probably gobble those bitches up in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, I have a new strategy I think I'd like to try if I could ever enter into another hot dog eating contest without it being weird. Like without being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the fair and sign up for a hot dog eating contest. But if somebody was just like, oh, we're gonna have a hot dog eating contest, do you want to participate? I'd be like, sure.
Hey, where do they even have those? Because I've never witnessed a hot dog eating contest anywhere, ever.
Me neither. I just in movies, I guess.
And at Spirit Group, at Church Group.
No, it was Trek.
They were just like, listen, what's going to bring the people together where they're going to want to watch us run? Let's eat hot dogs.
It was the throwing coach. It was during a practice, actually.
He was just really fat, and he was like, listen, I want hot dogs. Was it a girl track team?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a pervert. Oh, man. He's like, telling his
oh,
buddies,
no.
like,
it was co-ed, but my coach was a guy.
Yeah, he was 100% like, hey, we need to get these ladies eating hot dogs. That'd be amazing.
Definitely not what it was.
We'll record it. It'll be
There were
good.
also some big boys on the team.
Fatties.
But yeah, I'd say that kind of like ruined hot dog eating contest for me for a minute. But I also think I have a newfound strategy, which is much better.
You know what's pretty amazing too is like where you're at in your part of Ohio, you guys have both a Rudy's and a Tony Paco's. We don't have any distinguished hot dog places out here.
Tony Paco's is the bomb, and I don't even go there for their hot dogs because that's like true Polish sausage. I'm all about their paprikash.
I don't think I've ever had Tony Paco's Paprikash. The only thing I've ever had from there was just those fucking hot dogs, and then pizzas from Little Vito or from Vito's Pizza. That's the Tony Paco's pizza, which is amazing. I would never buy it, but I'll eat the shit out of it.
I tried eating the Moad once, which is the mother of all dogs. My our other brother was like, we went to Tony Paco's for God knows what reason, and he was just like, "Oh, I bet you can't eat this." And I was like, "All right, you're buying. I bet I can." No, I ate like half of that bad
So, hold on.
boy.
I've never seen it. How big is it?
The mother of all dogs. So imagine one of their hot dogs
Mm-hmm.
that is like the mother of all dogs cut in a quarter, I think. So it's like cut in half and then cut in half.
Wait, so I
It's
would
cut long
say,
ways and then cut short.
what do they have? Like a foot long?
Yeah, so their Moad is like this giant sausage dog.
So is it that it's just wider? It's like a girthy?
It is considerably wider. I don't remember how long it was, but I don't like
How
to
big?
explain my food in girth.
Like like microphone girth?
Maybe. I'm like, how big is that?
You're like, I've dealt with worse. Bring it on. I can Moab. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely was like, oh, I'll eat the shit out of that Moed. You don't know what you're talking about. No, I almost threw up.
like Kobayashi.
Right. That's funny. I'm starting to like my congestion's coming back.
All this talking about hot dogs get you all fucking hot and bothered, get chested. Oh my God.
all this talk about hot dogs.
Oh no. That's horrible.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I've never seen just like a public hot dog eating contest, I guess. I don't know. Do they happen in Ohio
I don't think it's a real
or
thing
North
anymore.
Carolina?
And now that there's COVID,
No?
I don't know if there'll ever be a hot dog eating contest again, to be honest with you.
I bet like Indiana or something weird like Idaho at their state fair has got like, oh, come eat some hot dogs and have a pie eating contest. Like, lick a potato.
Lick a potato. Just for fun. The community potato, give it a lick.
Right.
Well, restaurants have like those competitions where you eat at. Have you ever tried one of those? Like maybe it's like the spicy wing
I
competition.
have always wanted to sign up for the spicy wing competition, and the last time I found one I wanted to sign up for, we were in Tennessee, and everybody was like, "No, don't do it. You're gonna ruin our trip." But I think I could handle it.
What? Why did they think you were gonna like shit or throw?
Yeah, they
up,
just
or...
thought it was gonna like burn my insides out, and we wouldn't be able to have fun anymore.
Have you ever watched the Hot Ones series?
No, is that like eating peppers or something?
No, they eat spicy chicken wings and then they do an interview.
Oh no, never.
Never?
I like spicy food, so
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't seen it. There's so many famous people that go through that.
really, no,
Yeah,
never.
yeah. What was the last episode we watched? It was with Scarlett Johansson. She was on there. Shaq. That was a good one.
Spicy stuff.
Bert Kreischer. All of them.
Do they make them eat like spicy wings?
Yeah,
and
so
they're
they
just
have like let me explain it to you. They have like 15 different hot sauces and they go through each category. They try each hot sauce and it progressively becomes spicier and spicier in hopes that they break down and they're not able to like answer questions.
Right.
Yeah.
Like function. Oh, so there was a point in my life when I couldn't handle spicy stuff that well, and I don't know. There was a turning point where I could just eat the spiciest stuff, but I was at a Subway and I didn't actually know what sriracha was.
I don't know what
And I didn't
sriracha
want
is.
to like admit that.
What is a sriracha?
Sriracha, it's like this Asian hot sauce. And so it's that red bottle, green little spout. It's got a rooster on it.
Oh, all right.
Right. And
Is
so
that anything like what's wasabi? Is it anything like that? Is that wasabi? Is the spicy
no,
stuff?
wasabi is like a sinus wasabi is like
Yeah,
a sinus burn.
dude, it's the worst.
It's totally different.
I don't know how it does it, but it targets your sinuses and it just like punches you. It's like a punch inside of your brain a little bit. I don't like it.
Ooh, I can't taste or smell right now because of COVID. So I'm actually, I think I'm gonna try some wasabi later and see if it brings it back.
That kills
That's
it.
funny.
That kills COVID. Wasabi. You heard it here first. This is a Monkey Me exclusive. Wasabi might kill the COVID.
That's right. Vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, and wasabi.
Wasabi.
Anyway, so I was at Subway and I didn't want to admit that I didn't know what the sauce was. And this girl was like going through the sauces because I couldn't remember what I like. And I was like, yeah, I'll try the wasabi. I'll try the sriracha. And she puts it on a lid for me and I just like dip it in my finger and I taste it and I couldn't taste it. So I was like, yeah, that's all right, I guess. And then she starts putting it on my sandwich and then I licked the lid because the finger test didn't work. And I couldn't talk. I was like,
Oh, no.
it was like burning me so bad. I was like, don't put it on.
Take it off.
And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I already put it on there. I was like, just rub it in with it. I think she gave me a free milk.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't do spicy very well, man. That shit fucks me up.
Yeah, our mom used to make the most perfect chili. And then Michael was being a puss and he was like, oh, your chili's so spicy. And she stopped making it the same way.
Yeah,
and it's
it
never been as good.
is
It's
the
never been
best
as good.
now. It is all literally the
No,
best chili you've ever
it's
had.
never been as
Nobody
good.
makes better chili because me. I was like, listen, I'm the fat one. I know what tastes good. Trust my taste buds. They know. You're welcome.
We got a sister that claims that the chili was only good while she lived there because she used to sneak up and put stuff in it.
No, her chili is legit really good though. Honestly, that recipe is where it's at. And spicy,
Mom?
yeah, and spicy food sucks, by the way. Because my thing's like, listen, spices, hot sauce rather, or anything spicy. Now I think about it, hardly has any flavor. All it is just like it's pain.
No, you have to go specifically for the flavorful hot sauces. Like we have at my house an entire refrigerator drawer of hot sauces, but they're like flavorful. They're not just, oh, let me burn your taste buds off to burn your taste buds off. It's like, oh, this tastes like enchilada sauce, but it's made with
For
Carolina Reapers.
for what? For
So
2 seconds?
spicy.
Why don't you just get enchilada sauce? You want the flavor of enchilada sauce? You don't have to get spice because you taste the enchilada sauce for 2 seconds and then it's gone. And then it's what do you get?
Everybody's enchilada sauce is different. And this ain't no like store-bought enchilada sauce. This is like, oh, this tastes like homemade, put your blood, sweat, and tears into an enchilada sauce, but it's got some zing.
Bitch, just make some enchiladas and mash them up real fine. Add a little bit of water to get it a little bit of that consistency, and then add that to your food.
It's not how you make enchiladas. It's not how you make enchilada sauce.
I'm almost certain that that's exactly how
I'm
they
like,
make sauce out of anything.
which side is my mic on? Whispering off to the wrong side.
Oh no. So who's actually R-worded? Is it me or is it you?
No, if you go based off of the story, I'm very intelligent, and I was just trying to emulate your behavior.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, because you licked the lamp so many times.
I fucking,
You lamp licker.
I fucking love lamp. I fucking love
Lamp licker.
Yeah, but that's the way I feel about hot sauce. Because my thing's like, if you want to taste your food, don't add hot sauce to it. Silly.
That's funny. I'm such a bad judge on hot sauce too, because it doesn't really affect me that much. So like I could probably like if you tasted like let's just say it was just like a mediocre hot sauce, like a mild hot sauce, to you it would feel spicier than it does to me. Well, like we go out to eat with my in-laws. And my father-in-law can't handle spicy at all, and he'll be like, I'll be like, oh, you want some of my taco? Because I'm not gonna finish this. And he'll be like, oh, is it spicy? And I'm like, I have learned now to be like, I wouldn't trust my judgment. But I was like, no, I don't think so. And I like, oh, it was the sriracha story all over again. He was like, there was something spicy in there. Yeah, I like almost killed him.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel whenever I come across it.
Right, and they're like probably just like, oh, my Mexican daughter-in-law with her not her low ability to judging spicy. She's got all quiet there, Michael.
I know, just the thoughts of hot sauce. It was bringing back some PTSD. I was just like, I was starting to get sweaty and shaky a little bit. Got the shakes.
Speaking of PTSD and spicy stuff, If you ever chewed big red gum
Flawless
and your
segue.
older brother and your older brother is like, "Oh, we're going for our family photos." You're 5 years old, easy to manipulate. He's putting the big red on his face and stuff, and he's like, "Why don't you try it?" So I put big red gum on my lip, and it burns my face. And we're going to our family photos, and my whole lip is red.
I don't remember that. You're
Yeah,
making shit up
you
on the fly.
no, nope. You can call your other siblings. The oldest sister will be like, "Yeah, luckily I was in high school and had makeup and was able to fix her face for the pictures."
Bitch, fix your face. Listen, I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, fix your face.
It just doesn't seem like something I don't. I wouldn't even chew Big Red because it's spicy.
You're
We
such a
just talked
liar.
about this. I don't like hot stuff. Winter
You
fresh,
did it.
maybe.
It was you.
No.
I don't even think it was the gum. I think you made me like lick the wrapper and put it on my face. Like I don't know what the experiment was. I guess it's like it was like a '90s version of the cinnamon challenge. But you made me burn my face off before family photos.
No, that must have
Mom
been
was
somebody else.
mad.
Listen, I was a really nice kid. I never did any type of trolling like that. Just out of character for me.
He trolled so hard.
Not even. Name 2 more stories.
You put your big toe in my mouth.
That was me.
You were like, close your eyes, because we were eating peanuts. And you're like, I'm gonna throw a peanut in your mouth. Close your eyes. Boom, big toe.
What does that taste like? That's my big toe.
I was like, ugh, it's salty. His big old Flintstone feet, his little hillbilly running around all barefoot all the time.
Dude, that's so funny. I remember that. That was on Dustin and RJ's trampoline.
It was on the trampoline.
Yep.
I remember it too.
Everybody got a huge kick out of that.
Dramatic. Yeah, yeah. That was one time for sure that you trolled me. Second time, I don't know what we were doing, but he had me trapped in the closet, and every time I tried to run out, he'd snap the belt. He had a belt, and he'd snap it past the doorway, and he was making me laugh. Yeah, he made me laugh so hard I peed my pants in the closet.
No, that wasn't me. I didn't do that
I was like 4. I remember it. Traumatic. Every time something bad has happened to me, I was led into it by Michael.
No, listen.
He was like,
listen, Linda, that has nothing to do with me.
Hey, great white Betty. Hey, great white buddy, watch me put this marble up my nose and shoot it out. You try it too.
Oh, I remember
Boom.
that.
Got a marble stuck up my nose.
Listen, you did that to yourself. I would never stick a marble up my nose because I'm not R-worded. You, on the other hand, were just like, hey, check this out, guys. Got a marble stuck in your nose. I remember that.
I think the problem was he's 3 years older than me, and he's like putting it just in his nostril and shooting it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it too. And I shove it up there.
No,
my dad had to get it out.
I never did that. Listen, this was your.
Yeah, it was a thing.
This is 100% a great white Betty thing because like you got your earring stuck all the way inside your ear. Remember that?
It's true.
Did they have to cut it out?
Yeah, they did. They had to rip it out of my ear.
Which is weird, too.
That was the first time I ever lifted mom up. She laid on top of me on the doctor's table.
And you stuck a marble up your nose. Both of those things never had nothing to do with me.
Okay, the earring, my ear just ate. The marble definitely had something to do with him. And we can't believe
Show off
him
your nostrils. Let's see those babies.
He's got
those things look like they eat marbles. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I heard that when you showed them.
Right. Yeah, that was funny. I remember Dad trying to get that marble out of my nose.
How did he do it? Did he stick a big old finger up in
no,
there?
he just like held my nose shut until I could blow it out.
Easy. I remember you did that, and I felt like a chunk of something came out.
It did. It was like a chunk of flesh with
that might have been it. It was like maybe a chunk of flesh because I remember it looked like
I'm
kind
picturing
of like an
the
eraser
marble
bit.
with bloody chunk on it.
That's insane, dude. I forgot about that. You left a whole marble up your nose, bitch. That's crazy.
Yeah, so those were the 2 times you trolled for sure.
Is that what you tell people like when things get like kind of hot and heavy or like you guys are about to get in a fight? You're like,
why would I share that while it was hot and heavy?
No, different type of hot and heavy.
My brother convinced me to shove a marble up my nose.
You can shove something up a big old gaping nostrils if you want to try it. No, I meant like when you're about to get in a fight. When you're like, listen, bitch, you want to rumble with me? I shoved an entire marble up my nose. You think I'm afraid of you?
I almost ate my brother's whole big toe.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight that.
I actually had a friend that used to tell people she's dumb because she totally never has been in a fight ever.
Dude,
But she would be like,
let's take note
she'd
of
be like,
that.
just all you got to do is you got to test your you just got to say something crazy and do crazy stuff, and nobody wants to fight you. She's like, you just pull your pants down and you're like, let's go.
I,
She's like, they ain't gonna want to fight you. You
listen,
pull
if a
your
guy did
pants
that
down.
to me, I would definitely still fight them. And not only would I fight them, but I would whoop their fucking ass. Because what kind of stance do you have if you got your pants down to your ankles? I push you, you fall over, it's over. GG.
Right. Like, oh my god, he didn't take his shirt off. He took his pants off. Get out of here.
That's gonna be the next discussion. We're gonna start the next podcast
What?
off with fights that we've been.
No.
Absolutely. So
Keep me PC for the world.
all right, well
I have a
we're
reputation to
we
uphold.
are we are exactly an hour in, so that's gonna do it for our first podcast. I thank whoever stopped by for stopping by, and whoever chatted, thanks for being part of the conversation.
Ooh, can I
Uh,
come up with a cool sign off?
yeah,
Stay golden. That's all I got. I don't have one. I don't have a sign off.
well that was fantastic. I'm counting that as stroke number 3. So yeah, so anyways, we're gonna do this every Thursday. If you guys see us when we're not, so I stream regularly video games, Sunday, Monday, Friday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday is for families. Is the podcast that's going to be happening on Thursdays, probably around the same time, probably actually closer to like 7 p.m. Is that what we're thinking, or 8 p.m. safe?
8 p.m. safer.
All right, so 8 p.m. To 9 p.m. the hour sesh. If you see us on any other time besides that, it's because we're stacking up on our episodes, trying to get into the groove of things. Once this is the first one, and as we go, it'll probably start to take off, and we'll probably start to get a little bit more content oriented as far as like videos.
Yeah, we talked about poop a lot this time.
Yeah, we went in on poop. Listen, my thing is like get all the shit out of the way in the beginning.
It was a shitstorm. It was a big shitstorm.
It was a big shitstorm, dude. There was a shit hawk that came down and just took a big fat shit on their podcast
And
for the
the
first
shit
30
leopard
minutes.
jumped out of nowhere and got the hawk.
Listen, it happened. It's behind us. We're gonna move forward. All right.
We'll call this the brown episode.
You cut out. What did you say?
So we'll call this the brown episode.
This is the brown episode. All right. Well, we're gonna go for gold next time. As a great white Betty would say, you guys stay golden. And this was family. Wait, was it Thursdays are for
family.
family. Yeah, we'll work on that.
Yeah, that is stroke number 4. Stay golden.
Right. Later, guys.